Hello, everyone. We're back. Sorry about that. Windows trying to sabotage us here. But you're back. Maps have been picked. Airwalk to start. Stormkeep to follow, and Blood Covenant to finish the series off. Should we need it? So it should be a very, very explosive set. Do believe we're all set, just waiting on players to be ready.
Yep. So I think we had a couple more donations. Maybe not actually. I think Gelmo actually covered those. So we're at 3957, and we're in the World Cup this match. But no way.
Got $13.37 from the player named 1337.
Prepare to fight.
Of course.
Thank you very much for the donation.
3, 2, 1.
Wait is over. Kojin versus Jayski starting off for our winners semis. Jayski taking the tallest jump to the mega armor I've ever seen, and Kojin just perched up mid waiting for an opening. Does not land his vortex shots. Needs Devastator. Returns some damage of his own. Jayski showing himself again, just dumping another Devastator right into Kojin. And Kojin a little bit caught at the moment. Not playing too aggressively like we saw against Raiden, but that Vortex shot might just change everything. Does land a beefy Devastator. Vortex does not kill, able to steal the Mega Armor, and not able to close that kill off. But Jayski just dropping down on this. Both players...
Yeah, that was a mistake by JSK. I don't know what he was doing there. As soon as he dropped, I was thinking that's not a good look for him. As Kojin grabs the first kill.
He was moving and paid the price.
Wow, good shots here by Kojin. Good shot here by JK. He hops up a level. Kojin just misses the Vortex. Just misses again, and JSK takes him. Wow. Big time kill there by JSK. So he's going to tie it up here 1-1. He's going to grab the Mega Armor, do a little bunny hop the reverse way.
Jayski air strafing much harder than Kojin was expecting. So gonna be tying it up. Kojin just pinning his life to this mega health.
Ooh, good shot there by JSK.
Getting a Vortex shot. A little bit early in the prediction.
Yeah. If he would have hit that, that would have been crazy. So Kojin with the hesitation, but JSK surprised him. He didn't think he was there. He's going to hit him point blank. He's going to hit him again. So Kojin does some damage, but JSK takes the kill. He's going to spawn up, gets fragged there, or gets tagged there. And JSK picks up the Mega Armor, which is big time. Good job evading, too. Took the teleport at the right time, does it again. Keeps kind of playing the same loop here on Kojin, trying to get positioning. Both players missing their shots, but keeping their distance to stay safe. A little bit of an interaction around the mini armor, but that's gonna get a lot of shots here.
Beautiful arrow walk from Jayski, utilizing every angle to his advantage, as much cover as he can find, and making sure to never ever take the route that Kojin is expecting him to.
Yeah, JSK is playing well. This is awesome.
Finding so many Devastator shots that just haven't quite seen land today. Jayski's making it work. That's pretty aggressive.
But that would have been crazy.
You're tied for the lead.
A little bit on autopilot with that Vortex shot. He gets spawn fragged once. Good use of that blaster popping up Kojin so the Vortex doesn't land. However, this... I don't know about that one.
Yeah, Kojin could have had the spawn shot there, but I guess he messed up on the timing. I think it took a little bit longer for JSK to spawn than he anticipated. He was kind of right there. A lot of times you'll have to move a tiny bit, but the timing, I think he thought he spawned up.
These mortars from Jayski, criminal. He just... Like, he's doing his best to show Drano what to do, because every time Drano got caught out here, he was just dead, but Jayski's like, hey, if you just land 8 consecutive mortar shots, you can actually survive these. Much differently paced game than what we saw from Kojin last time. Good curve on the Devastator. Unfortunately, that shot not able to stop Kojin from getting the mega health, but lots of damage. You wouldn't even be able to tell anyways. You know, Kojin picking up that mega armor is going to make this a fight. Well, less than desirable for J-Ski. Going to go down again. Vortex shot. Yep. We had finished off. Spawn is delayed just enough to not eat all that damage that Kojin was laying down the potential for. 17 HP on Kojin in the mortar. Not going to be what does him in. Kojin taking his own life. J-Ski trying so hard to just maintain position.
Wow.
The mortar's going to do the work.
That was big time from JSK. He missed the mega health. Kojin grabbed it right off spawn, but he was able to take him out anyways.
The mortars from J-Ski have been so good, and they just keep coming.
Yeah, Kojin got caught standing still there. I think he was peeking an angle with the vortex, and wow, gets tagged in the back. He gets tagged again. Grabs some armor, which is huge, going to keep him alive for a second. Both players relatively even. JSK grabs a couple health pickups that'll help him out.
Perfect.
Oh,
5-minute
that was
warning.
a little mean from Kojin. Chaining all those explosives together. J-Ski already at 20 HP off a spawn. Gets dropped down on. Despite how much I've been hyping up J-Ski on Airwalk, he's down 4 frags.
Yeah.
Still
Not too bad though. He's been eating it a little bit here recently, but it's still relatively close.
Good juggle from J-Ski, and Kojin not finding any opportunity to return his own damage. Finally does close out that kill with the Devastator, and
Excellent.
well, he would have been in a very bad position had that spawn frag not happened, and Kojin just ducking behind the cover out of that teleporter. And now things are looking very rough for J-Ski. 7 frags in 4 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
8 frags in 4 minutes.
Kojin's dancing on this map. It's crazy. That redirection to the vortex was awesome.
Very, very nice stuff, but still getting caught off guard by J-Ski's positioning. Not getting any damage in return for what J-Ski just did to him. So,
Wow.
yeah, that little bit of damage. The only thing keeping Kojin as a threat on this map. The Vortex shot as well. J-Ski just land one mortar, but the Devastator not doing anything for him. And yeah, these Vortex shots from Kojin.
Impressive.
They just keep coming.
10 frags on Airwalk would not be the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. Oh, no. With Devastator shots like these.
Yeah,
I'm
Kojin's
not
playing
exactly
well.
holding my breath.
But if he wants to beat Dodger, he's got to get the spawn timings down, right? He can't be messing up those spawn timings. That's easy damage, easy frags.
Impressive. Impressive.
And he gets him there.
Excellent.
Doesn't get the second follow-up frag, but well, J-Ski's just gonna give him one anyways. Oh, never mind, Kojin's gonna miss the Vortex shot. 69 health for Kojin.
Wow.
And he goes. That Vortex shot did land, but it wasn't fully charged yet, so J-Ski able to survive that, doing a good job of stacking back up. Mega health in tow. Very aggressive going for this, but he's gonna get it. A little bit of damage to Kojin as well.
Oh, how did Kojin hit
Caught
that
his
shot?
ankles.
How did he hit that shot? That guy, J-Ski was moving at the speed of light.
J-Ski not catching any breaks anymore. Yep. Kojin's finally caught on to how J-Ski is moving around this map. J-Ski losing that element of surprise that he's had for so long in this game. Good use of the mortar as well, just bouncing Kojin up and down
Wow.
on the mega armor.
Oh,
Good
Kojin
fake
with
out
the
jump
teleporter.
pad.
Yeah.
J-Ski just throwing himself at Kojin.
He's been doing that a little bit. Every once in a while, he'll just go full aggro. Right, I think it does a little bit
Ooh.
of catching Kojin off guard. But Kojin's
Yeah, it
just
could have
too
been
good with
such
his
a good
weapons.
like frag movie clip from Jayski, but Kojin just doesn't want to let him have it.
Yeah. Come on, for the content, man.
Think of the content, Kojin.
I don't think Kojin thinks of the content. I think he thinks about winning.
I respect it. I'm still sad. Anyway, minute left. This window of opportunity for Jayski is close to be taking this map. But this is still a best of 3. The follow-up will be on Stormkeep.
Impressive. Perfect.
Jayski getting a few more frags on his way out. Maybe another? There we go. 17-7. This is a good place for Airwalk to end, but there's still 30 seconds left.
Yeah, some good shots here by Jayski. Just gonna take this momentum carried into map 2. I think that's what he's trying to do. He certainly has a chance versus Kojin, right? This game got out of hand because Kojin was so good, with the Vortex. But on a different map, and maybe even one of the maps we see here that doesn't have the Vortex, Jayski certainly has a chance.
Airwalk in particular is notoriously a map in which, just a slip up for like a single item cycle can cost you like upwards of 6 frags even.
Yeah, it's just so small. You can't really hide. You can't really hide on Airwalk. It's funny. We've seen some series where in the final minute, Rainbow and Champ are notorious for this, but one of them's hiding from one another, and you just can't do that on Airwalk. So Silent Siege, you can a little bit, right? There's an underground passage to use. There's some long alleyways that are somewhat protected, but we'll see who jumps out early in this one.
Prepare to fight.
And they're just going to go right into it. Both players all readied up.
3, 2, 1.
We'll see if history repeats itself. Jayski starting off, just flinging himself into the vicinity of the Mega Armor.
Yeah, it's going to grab the Devastator right after.
Let's pick that up. Vortex in hand as well. Now he just needs to guess where Kojin is, and he finds him. Probably not in the way he was hoping to, but still not in a bad position here. Very much a stack lead in his favor in all this LG. Kojin trying to challenge it directly, and it's just going to result in him going down. And good awareness from Jayski, utilizing that spawn that we saw so many times. And Kojin against Reyna, and now Kojin locked in the corner. Jayski gonna let him out.
I was wondering when he was gonna go grab the Mega Armor. I was kind of surprised he challenged him right off the start after seeing he was gonna grab the health.
Such a bad position for Kojin, but Jayski not landing these shots, so he gets off scot-free, and the armor stripped off of Kojin. Very good blaster jump from Jayski, but the Devastator now in the hands of Kojin.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage. And he does it again.
No.
Tough position for Jayski. Gonna grab them some shards, see if he can stay alive. He's got the 1-kill lead, but Kojin has about 4 times the health and the stack than he. Oh, he grabs the Mega Armor though, so that is huge.
Missed Vortex. Gonna let Jayski know Kojin's location. Job's not dive on those electro projectiles. Jayski's been very passive in regards to this Mega Health. I think he's just expecting Kojin to come flying through the teleporter. That Devastator shot through the portal could have been cataclysmic, but good awareness from Jayski. Doesn't just sit on the Mega Armor.
Yeah, neither player is looking to give up their stack here. They're both playing really, really cautiously, rotating around each other. And then they meet kind of a mid-map.
Jayski kind of autopiloting.
Ooh.
Gets caught out. Good Vortex shot. Kojin only alive right now because of that Mega Health.
Yeah, big time.
You are tied.
Oh my gosh.
No.
That was not what I was expecting. Kojin with the frag. Both players super low though. Kojin's going to grab some sports tokens to pick him back up. Grabs the Electro, which is big. He's going to make his way towards the Devastator. I think he's going to go for it. Nope. Jayski gets in his way. Neither players take damage there though. Kojin just being cautious here with the Vortex. That's all he really has. He's going to grab some health. Oh, wow. Takes a shot from JSK. He's going to fall down a level. Take a dip. Hits a shot. Yeah. Oh, wow.
I'm not entirely sure what just happened there, if I'm going to be honest.
He hit him through the wall. So that's a spot we see people take. I guess now we know where that is. It's right near the Mega Armor.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, for those who don't know, splash damage in Xonotic just ignores terrain entirely. So if there's a thin wall, or if the rooms line up so an item's in a corner, you're not safe just because no one's in the room with you.
Yeah, and JSK is taking a 4-1 lead here. Kind of awesome to see as Kojin took the last map. He's hitting the Devastator well, and he gets Kojin right after he steps in the Mega Armor. That's kind of crazy. You know, if the Mega Armor, doesn't that give you 100 armor?
Looks like it. I haven't played enough Xonotic myself.
So, but how did he kill him? How did he kill him with one Devastator?
Because armor in arena shooters, it doesn't, like, the damage you take doesn't exclusively subtract from the amount of armor you have. It's proportional.
I understand.
Oh no, J-Ski caught in the hot tub. Kojin, well, we know what he's trying to do here. But,
I love Halo's laughter.
man.
That's funny.
Oh no, J-Ski disassembling right before our very eyes. Still 4-3, but
yeah, it doesn't look like for too long. Kojin's got all the advantage here and the momentum with the Vortex. You don't want to give Kojin confidence with the Vortex. He'll just hit every single shot, and he grabs the Mega Armor here right in front of JSK. Backs out a little bit. Oh, just misses a shot. That would have been nice. Yeah.
Almost denied that.
Oh.
But well, it's gonna get deleted. Yep, tied up. Kojin not successfully forcing that spawn. There's a general beat on JC's location, but does not entirely know where to find him. Does see him for a moment. Electro. Not getting him anything. Vortex shot miss. No LG from J-Ski there. And despite what we just saw from Kojin, J-Ski is actually the one with a very significant stack advantage.
Yeah, Kojin's got to get this mega health. J-Ski should have came in and aggressed. That would have been a big time play from him.
Devastator not building anything. Oh, there we go. Does spot Kojin out. Whether he knows games that Kojin is playing with the teleporter, I'm not entirely certain yet. But oh, there we go. Substantial damage. Very substantial information. Kojin actually very good job of keeping track of the timing of the heavy or the Mega Armor.
Impressive.
J-Ski.
Oh wow!
Oh, almost steals the Mega away.
That's big time.
The legs of J-Ski poking out. Kojin not going to be able to land the shot. J-Ski forcing some aggression out there.
Yeah, he almost got taken by that Electro. He backed up right in time.
Good uncontested Vortex shot. There we go. Kojin returning one of his own. Mega about to be up. J-Ski has to get something going. Because Kojin has had some relatively untouched item cycles. And there we go. Landed Vortex shot of his own. Hold on. Both players one shot away from death. Kojin supplementing his health just a little bit. Gonna land his own. J-Ski getting shut down 6-4. Mega Armor in the hands of Kojin. And now J-Ski just needs to not eat a Vortex shot before any fight actually begins. He's been doing a good job all series of just staying away from the projectile spam of Kojin. Maintains it. I was frightened he was about to eat a Devastator just to prove me wrong.
Impressive.
That's not what he wanted. Vortex shot. I don't think he was able to return one of his own Devastator, getting a teeny bit of damage, but Kojin with almost 400 total stack. He can just do whatever he wants. Direct Devastator, doesn't matter. He can just blast or jump. He can just hard chase this. Yeah. J-Ski's finding that out. Oh no, I think he just reversed the timing of the items in his head. He's here so early for the Mega Armor, and the health just got taken from J-Ski because it's been up for so long. That could be very dangerous for Kojin.
Yeah, that's a potential map ender.
Yeah, I thought when Kojin killed Jaysuke when he was going for the Mega Health in a close match like that, that's what I saw kind of as a potential game ender as well.
Jaysuke being given that free Mega Health, looking to make something of it. Doesn't need any damage on his way in, but Kojin still
That flick.
so much stack.
Yeah.
Vortex landing. Jaysuke forced to slow down a bit, and now Kojin left all alone with the Mega Health. Good damage from Jaysuke, but he just does not have the stack. 3 frags, just barely under 2 minutes left. Kojin fumbling the Mega Armor for just a little bit there. Almost gave Jaysuke the window of opportunity that he needed, but 8-4.
Oh my gosh.
I think this series is done and done, Kojin. Yeah. Oh, well.
He's way too smart.
Yeah, you can tell Kojin's a smart guy. He definitely plays to win.
If Jace, come on. The blaster duel. Pin him up. We did get a bonk.
Defend the HP.
But just barely Kojin stealing that one out. Maybe a parting gift for Jaysuke. There we go. You get it. You get a trade kill. That's all Kojin can afford to give you right now. Anyway, I do believe Kojin has won the rite of passage to face Dodger in bracket. I'm sure he's thrilled about.
Humiliation.
And in terms of lower bracket, Champ did mention just barely squeaked out a win versus Rainbow Shadow, 14-15.
Dang.
Champ gets to go on to face Zero QL in losers round 4 in a best of 1. And Kapatru will be facing Jaysuke.
Yeah, let's see if we can hop into Champ and 0QL. That'll be a good series for sure.
And we'll probably be missing one of the maps of Dodger versus Kojin.
So I think we're gonna head to 0QL and Champ on, you said Duel 5?
Yeah. Won't be missing too much of Dodger's series. They still have to do picks and bans, and it's also best of 3. Meanwhile, Zero and Champ. Currently, Champ trailing by 5 frags on Blood Covenant, and a very interesting fight going on by the Mega Armor.
Hey, I just want to chime in. Gelmo here from In the Keef. We reached $4,000 in total donations over the last map. We got a $42 donation to top it off from AF Domains, who's one of our friends in the Doom community. Just wanted to say thank you again to everybody that has been such a huge part of our charity event this year. It has been incredible. Zen Sports has done amazing things for us last year and this year with the Pigeon Classic charity event. And they helped bring in the Splinterlands community this year, and they really stepped up. So I really want to say thank you, everybody, for helping us out this year.
Yeah, just glad to be a part of it, as always.
5 minutes left. Zero is up 8-1 versus Champ. And, well,
5-minute warning.
I do believe Zero has gotten the last 2 Mega Armors. I'm not certain who's had control over the Mega, but it looks like it's about to be Zero's. Champ is on peanuts of health, and down he goes. Zero can basically just do whatever he wants here, because Champ is not going to be pressuring that Mega, and my game just crashed.
Yeah, so we've got 0QL just camping the Mega Armor. Gonna do some damage on Champ with the Devastator. Oh, and hits him with the bash from the shotgun. That's unbelievable. The little fishy came out, so Champ's down by 10 here. Not what you want to see if you're Champ. 0QL playing, he plays this map really well. We've seen him play it well versus Dodger. Oh my God, goes for a crazy flick. Just misses.
the longest crash I've ever had on a game.
Good shot there by ZeroQL with the Vortex. Push Champ away. He's going to grab some health as well as some mortar ammo. Misses the blaster jump. Didn't want to do that. Champ now knows where he is. Wow. Oh, that would have been an unbelievable shot by ZeroQL. It was close. Champ gets him. So with 4 minutes left, Champ with some momentum, right? He's down 11-2, but he can do this, right? He needs to maintain control. He needs to hit his shots. Does so a little bit. Oh, and finishes off with the Vortex. That's big for Champ. Still sitting pretty with about 150 total stack. Got to camp the Mega Armor here. ZeroQL's got to come to him if he wants to get it. Grabs it. Champ does, and then just narrowly misses a Vortex. Hits with the Devastator 76 there. Big time shot. Oh, doesn't have it in him to the flick. Champ got real low there. Oh my God, he's got to hit. Oh dang. ZeroQL gets him with the spam. He just spammed so many rockets, so many mortars in there. Champ couldn't control it. Gonna get some more damage in on Champ here and takes him down. So that's 13-3. ZeroQL has regained control. He has about 125 total stack. Grabs the Vortex, hits a Devastator, but does not connect with it. Connects with the Vortex. He's gonna kind of traverse back around. Oh, what a jump! And he's right behind Champ, and Champ doesn't know it. Doesn't do the damage that he needs. Champ hits him back. Oh, he's pissed. You see that? ZeroQL, well, a good idea. He's up by 10 though, so I'm sure he's feeling just okay. As he's gonna zoom in.
And I'm back.
Nice. Oh, good shot there by Champ. So Champ with 32 health. The Mega Armor is gonna spawn in 2. It's there. He's gotta grab it. He does so, which is big. He's got to, oh, that's so ZeroQL. That is took down Champ.
Champ just kind of keeps rolling these dice. Fortunately, Zero hasn't punished him too hard for it yet, but well, Champ will not be getting anything out of this Mega. Maybe a little bit of damage, but has eaten quite a bit himself. And Zero,
wow.
Bit of insurance on that secondary blaster jump, but
yeah, he did. He blaster jump off like the highest point in the map. Wow.
Yeah, and Champ forfeiting that one, unfortunately, not going nearly as well as his game versus Rainbow Shadow. So we will be jumping back up to the winners bracket, going to see what Dodger's doing.
Yeah, I wish we saw Champ versus Rainbow. That's like guaranteed the best series that you can have. Champ versus Rainbow Shadow. Even if it's a best of one, it's always crazy close. So we're going to Dodger and ZeroQL in Duel 1. Should be lots of fun. I think we're gonna go to a quick break as these players pick maps, and then we'll be right back with some more awesome content. It's been going awesome so far. I think we've got a great finals lined up for us. This match actually, right in front of us is gonna be awesome. Kojin's playing lights out today, so that's good to see. And we'll see you on the flip side. welcome back. I think the players are ready. They've picked their maps. They've banned their maps. We're starting off with Stormkeep, and what a series it looks to be.
The maps to follow will be Fusion Warfare, which we have not seen at all today.
Warfare. Oh, I think Warfare is a really good one. That's outside. It's got a lot of good jump spots.
I think that's the one without the vortex as well, if I remember correctly.
2, 1.
No.
Fight your time.
We'll see how much of those we get to see. We haven't seen either at all since stream has been on. And we've seen Kojin here every time he's played so far. Dodger caught in a very rough position, but getting himself out of there. Kojin just not landing the shots that he needs to. Let's finally pick up a Devastator. Dodger not yet. Oh. Dodger wasn't revealing himself, and he was on the back foot. Now Kojin is dead. So there's your expert analysis of that. Kojin just trying to keep himself out of arm's reach of Dodger. However, has also put himself directly into the arms of Dodger.
Yeah, and this is the first time I'm seeing it. Check out all the awesome new billboards we have. We've got some of the people and the sponsors who have donated to the Pigeon Classic brand giveaway. Seesaw Crypto Monkeys, Blockchain Badlands. I think Forsaken is in here as well, and NFT Horizon. So awesome to see. It's cool to see some new colors. There you see Blockchain Badlands and Crypto Monkeys. That Crypto Monkeys banner is awesome. Those packs are really cool. They have some that are selling for a ton. We see them up there too. That's awesome to see. That's one of my favorite parts of Xonotic is the customability. Just want to point that out.
Impressive.
That mortar had no right to land, and well, they just gave Dodger a frag because it did.
That was crazy. We just showed the replay.
We've seen lots of dominance from Kojin, but it seems it's time for a new era.
Yeah, I can't do that on Dodger.
No, sir. Dodger, I think, just jumped off of Kojin without even realizing it. Kojin has been spared this time, granted with not a whole lot of stack to work with.
So I don't think we're going to see him competing in the Warfork Duel Tournament tomorrow, but Dodger does have some experience playing Warfork, and I definitely expect to see him in some of our future tournaments.
Yeah, I think we will. I think he loves these games.
I think Dodger would be really good at Clan Arena and Warfork.
Absolutely. He's so good with movement. It's not that he's good with movement, it's that he's good with, aiming while maintaining the movement.
Yeah, he's good with everything. It's crazy. It's like a next level experience watching Dodger play this game.
He's truly
so fast. Yeah, he's so fast, and he just hits the shot like bam.
One thing about Dodger too that you don't really see in a lot of players is like even like in a bad position like this where they're just getting bounced around and just really getting roughed up by like all the explosions. Like their aim is like his aim is still consistent even in those moments.
Yeah, that evade right there was crazy. He was out of there in half a second. The double blaster jump. That's why I love Dodger so much. All the blaster jumps. Oh, just a shine of light through the screen. Both players hitting their vortex shots. Dodger doing a little bit more.
I love that Dodger knows exactly which weapon to use to determine whether or not they've spawned. And he can tell, like, as soon as the first shot of that weapon has or has not hit, whether or not he needs to look at the next spawn. Like, he covers multiple spawn points in like a quarter of a second. It's crazy.
It's unbelievable.
Perfect.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! You know, Dodger is on a rampage, but we should give the map to Kojin simply because he got that bonk. Which, I think we've only... Well, I don't know what I'm saying. Either way, Kojin going down again. Did he just go down to a telefrag? I couldn't tell.
He did.
Man.
It's crazy. And you saw how dominant Kojin was against all these other players.
A little bit of 360s in there as well.
The aim is incredible. I don't understand how he does it with the grenades.
Just 360 air mortar. Why not?
Order, excuse me.
Just go off, Dodger. Gosh, just swinging his shotgun around.
5 minutes.
Doesn't get caught off guard just yet, Dodger. He's gonna get this kill one way or another. He doesn't even know how he just quite yet. He's gonna find it. Rarely found moment of silence. No one really seeing each other. Dodger just playing a race map.
Yeah, he's moving faster than anybody we've seen in this tournament. It's crazy.
They're good. Dodger on 30 HP. Kojin just needs to land a good vortex shot. Maybe some splash damage to the wall. Doesn't get either.
Yeah, this is the first chance Kojin really has to kill Dodger.
Dodger knows where he is now, and also that mega armor is within his reins. Excuse me. And whoop, almost gets a very cheeky vortex shot.
Yeah, this is an angle we don't actually see people hold much down here, holding the exit way from the mega health. This may be one of the first times we've seen someone kind of hold that.
Good uncontested vortex shot from Kojin.
Yeah, Kojin's hitting the shots the last minute.
For a moment, Dodger was killable. 80 health. Only just now getting armor. That regen though is kicking in, so I think a quick kill for Kojin is out of the question now, unless a perfect Devastator and Vortex combo land. And there we go. Dodger's out of there. He's finding items. Only 20 armor to his name. But his presence for the mega armor. That Vortex not landing.
Yeah, Kojin is really hitting his shots here.
Wow, it's rare that we see Dodger have such respect like that. I don't mean that he's playing disrespectfully, of course. I mean that he's respecting the scenario and not being aggressive.
Of course.
He wants to keep that perfect score. And Kojin calls for the GG.
21-0, which we haven't even seen that spread on Arrow Walk.
Yeah, that is crazy. I mean, Dodger will just come out so fast in these series. You know, we hype up the other contestant the whole tournament. Dodger just comes out here and in a minute it's 10-0.
Whoops. Oh well. We don't write the script. That's not our job.
No, Dodger writes the script every single tournament. I think we're going into map 2 here. Do we know what map this is on?
Looks like we're on Fuse.
Wow, so we don't see Fuse too much. I know Fuse does have some awesome billboards, so we can take a look for those as well. Fuse is relatively small, I would say, and it's got, you know, a little underpass right here as Dodger goes through it that you see a lot of electro, kind of used as a choke point, and Dodger's going to grab the vortex from the underpass.
Dodger already getting a bit of damage. Kojin, let's get the drop, but does not get anything for it. Moving from Dodger. Stellar as always. Kojin crouching in a corner. You're just gonna get put down to start things off. And just a reminder, Fuse is also a very interesting map as it only has a mega health. All the armor on this map is, I think it's all small armors. Kojin actually getting very good damage, and Dodger not getting a whole lot. Good Devastator finally does ring out for him.
Oh!
Going to be tying it up.
Yeah, they both had the vortex out. It was whoever hit their shot, and Kojin was the one who did it.
Kojin gonna be the one to get the armor. Mega health is up shortly. Kojin not quite feeling brave enough to go for the blaster jump up to the Mega. Dodger making his presence known. Still doesn't have the stack advantage for this. Might just be able to steal this Mega away. Kojin gonna go for it, gonna miss the jump. Gonna teleport back up. That was very risky. Dodger not one to take prisoners. Kojin, just by the skin of his teeth, gonna be getting that Mega. That armor's up beneath him too, but Dodger's present.
Yeah, Dodger's just moving too fast. Kojin saw him, but just he can't get his mouse on him on a keyboard. Using a laptop.
Despite how dominant Dodger is appearing on this map, he still does not have the stack lead, so needs to be very, very careful about the respect that he shows to Kojin, because if he doesn't respect the right situation enough, it could go wrongly for him. But Kojin is also not even in the same zip code for this Mega health to get picked up, and Dodger's laying down the damage to the Devastator, the Vortex, all of it's coming out. There we go, 2-1 lead taken by Dodger. And I don't think either item is going to be up for Kojin for quite some time. Maybe that light armor, but Dodger's found him. And
yeah, Dodger knew where he was.
Health reduced to 0.
Take the speed route to him.
Perfect.
Wow.
Did get that Mega health. Not that you could tell. And, Dodger's picked up every armor on the map, including most of the sports tokens, the little small armors, and or Kojin. I was just about to comment on Dodger probably should have just detonated that mortar on the wall, but nope, it finds the mark anyways, and Kojin falls for the 6th time. Make it 7 with that Devastator. Dodger just sensing that Kojin is about to get some armor, just strips him of it and leaves. What awareness from Kojin to know that Dodger was there, but unfortunately, Dodger a couple steps ahead of you there. Oh no. I'm reminded of that powder keg analogy that I made earlier. It's going off. Kojin is feeling the brunt of it. Good sequence of Vortex. Don't do it.
I was thinking the same thing. Oh my gosh. That's a highlight. Just jump through the entire map.
Impressive.
And another one. And a third. And a fourth.
Ooh. They're rarely witnessed. Never mind. I was about to say it was an unfinished kill for Dodger, and then Kojin, well,
Impressive.
it was certainly a good time knowing you, Kojin, but doesn't show up on stream, but some cheeky comments from Champ. An electro battle going on here. Perfectly curved Devastator just denies Kojin of everything. Puts him down in the dirt once again. 13-1. And nope. Kojin, after getting a bit of damage, has to fend for his life.
Impressive.
Dodger's game sense is just unbelievable.
Awareness unmatched. Kojin is
If you were watching this and you weren't familiar with AFPS, you would genuinely think that he was seeing the opponent through the screen the same way that we are. And he's not cheating. He's literally that good.
You might also think this is a robot with some of the ways that he moves his mouse. But, well, I've seen... I wasn't playing Quake during CPMA's time in the sun, but I've seen enough HAL 9000 demos to know that this is merely a glimpse into the realm of ridiculous ways to be moving around. Dodger, despite this just completely uncontestable dominance that he's like worked up towards on this map, do have a moment of peace. Dodger does go down again. But it's not the bloodbath that we saw a few minutes ago. I am very surprised Dodger didn't just Devastator that, but you know, it's not like he needed the insurance of it. And that's still just maintaining an iron grip on these armors. That's just not fair. No one should be allowed to time their opponent's movement that well.
Oh!
Speaking of which,
See what I mean? It is unreasonable that we let him get away with this. Either way. I feel like it's going to be much of the same story for the rest of the map for the 2 minutes we have left of these two. Dodger, he had the option to switch to literally anything else to finish that kill, but no, he just waited for the cooldown on the Vortex to wear off. So close. So close to stealing that armor away. But Kojin does raise the white flag, and we'll be dropping down to the losers brackets to be facing the winner of J-Ski and Zero.
Yeah, maybe we can catch the end of that. That'll be a good game. I think Zero QL probably has the edge. As we saw, JSK fell to Kojin. Okay, so we're hearing that, but there may not be any games going on right now, so we may go to a quick break and come back when there is some action to show. Super awesome tournament so far. Always fun watching Dodger do his crazy stuff. It's like every time you forget how good he is. You watch, the other players play, and you see some crazy frags and awesome flicks, but then Dodger comes on and it's just next level. It's like 4 of those kills in a single clip. Always fun. So I think we're gonna take a break and come back when the bracket is ready to go again. So we got a minute left in this one, Dodger 20-6. And hopefully we see some cool plays as we just did. Oh my gosh.
Man!
Oh my god.
At the end of the day, I'm looking for no reason to change. 'Cause everything is good for you. Baby, I can see you're gonna shine out.
Triple kill.
Till I see you break through the night, so we can see the inside.
7-0 QL. Rainbow's up top. They're gonna meet here. Oh my gosh! Wow,
Beautiful.
That was such a good play.
And Zero Quill is, I think it's very hard to say who is better because you know that.
What?
Oh goodness, beautiful from Zero Quill.
That was ridiculous.
Tie for leader. Rage.
If you want war, let's go. Leaving enemy leaders down on the floor. I take off with the loot, I don't fumble. And I put it on West while I run up the number. I'm cracking over me a pack. Yeah, about to nuke 'em where they at. Yeah. If you play the game, then you get the loot. You claiming it now, it's belonging to you. I'm launching a ballistic missile to destroy territory. Snipers eliminated the enemy leaders cause it's mandatory. Man, I feel sorry for you if you ain't on my team cause we always lit. If you trying to get down with some action, then it ain't too late for you to go and enlist.
Forsaken.
And we're back. Halo.
What's
How
up?
we doing?
Pretty good. About to see my favorite map with some potentially very evenly matched players. So I have no right to complain.
Yeah, I think. Oh, so they're just starting now. We've got 5 seconds on the countdown. Blood Covenant. You said this is your favorite map?
Yes, because of the awful, terrible, and evil things I did to people with Slash and Quake Champions. I know. That era has passed, and now we get to see it in Xonotic, which is also very cool. And Zero opening up with a very aggressive and very brutal start. Lots of explosions, Devastator, the mortar, everything, just making J-Ski's life a living hell, but he doesn't have to live it for very long.
So what happened to Kojin? Oh, this is to fight Kojin.
Yes.
Okay, I understand.
Correct. This is the lower bracket semifinals.
I see.
This is the best of one.
Yep. And as such, this is also the match to determine which of these two will be getting any amount of the prize money. Good awareness from Zero, cutting off that route with the Vortex.
Yeah, speaking
timing not
of
panning out for him.
Quake champions and people that used to play Quake. We've mentioned this a couple times in previous tournaments that this is definitely one of Zero QL's best maps. He has significant experience, not necessarily with Blood Covenant, but with Quake 3 DM6, which is an extremely similar map, 90% the same.
So what has been changed?
This area that Zero's in, like, most of that catwalk didn't exist. The catwalk across from him didn't exist. There was only one door that led to rail. And there wasn't a teleporter at that end of the map either.
A couple of teeny tiny changes that make a world of difference. Great
That was
use
a
of the
beautiful
blaster.
jump from J-Ski.
Yeah.
Just completely circumventing that sightline from the door. This, on the other hand, a little risky. Zero still having lots of armor to his name. Good damage, though, from J-Ski. That mortar was just rude. And, well, Jayski not going to lose his life over it just yet, but he might just throw it all away. Pushing this. Does have that mega armor to go back up onto. Does pick it up and also gets out of there before Zero shows up to the party. Whiffed Vortex from Zero. Jayski gonna see that as an opportunity to close the gap a bit. Zero's a little bit early for this armor. Jumps up before it comes up, and Jayski might just be getting a kill off of this. The damage favoring Zero quite heavily.
Yeah, JSK needed to close that before Zero grabbed the mega armor, and he didn't. Could have had it though.
Jayski. Throwing some scouting Devastator shots. I think Zero tried to shoot that rocket out of the air, but it didn't quite connect. Vortex landing. Good 69 damage. Nice. The mid-air from Jayski. The Devastator landing. The armor's gone for Zero QL, which is the first time that has happened all game, it feels like. But it's not going to be enough for Jayski to be closing that kill out. So 5-0. And if I remember correctly, this is also the map that Zero took off of Champ. But, not quite certain how Jayski and Champ line up one-on-one, but very good damage from Jayski. Just pushing this very heavily despite the fact that Mega Armor is up, and Zero finally going down for the first time, but only because he got caught on the door. So Jayski, Mega Armor in hand, just barely on time for this Mega health. And
yeah, it's
Zero,
really unfortunate for Zero there. Not grabbing the
Zero
Mega.
does not have the stack to survive that, and throwing himself into Jayski once more. But Jayski not hitting these shots. Devastator finally doing something. Just barely not enough. Zero left on 1 HP for a moment. Jayski just trying so hard to chase this. Doesn't get the kill, just get the Mega Armor. Mega health is up in a few seconds as well. Jayski needs some damage going into this, and it just doesn't come to him. Zero. The Mega mostly for free. Good shots from Jayski. Zero also doing wonderful amounts of damage. Jayski's trying to play for this Mega, but it's gonna result in him going down. Not healthy enough to survive a Vortex shot. Zero sending his lead back out. 6-2. Mortar is out for Zero. Mega's up. Zero just waiting for JC to go for it. Baits out the shot beautifully. Mortar not landing for Zero. Electro not getting anything for Jayski either. A whole lot of disappointment. Zero just getting floated across to the other side of the catwalk. And Zero going to be having to do some self-damage if he wants this armor. Jayski's Electro not landing. There he goes. Blaster up against the wall. Regen should theoretically kick in soon enough. And Jayski taking a very unorthodox route out of that room, but I don't like it. But Jayski actually just getting the Mega Armor completely for free. Zero's in position for the health, but just suspending himself in the air, just easy lineup for Jayski to hit with the Devastator.
Perfect.
Zero getting so much damage, just barely keeping himself alive. He was out of armor for a moment. Jayski
Great timing there. Wow.
Yeah, almost just ate the full force of that Devastator. Whoop.
Didn't mean to do that.
Dodger mocking him a bit in spectator chat as well.
Certainly not with 32 rockets available.
Well, Jayski left alone with the Mega health. Good defensive damage, but not going for it quite yet. Zero. Might see a window to sneak on in through. Not going to happen. Jayski just going to pick it up, going to drop down, and it's good of Jayski to be getting these items, but he's got to start hurrying up down 4 frags. 3 minutes left to go. Good Devastator shot. Zero, though, trying to make his way out of there. Actually fumbling his movement a bit, throwing Jayski to the high ground, and he's going to see this as an opportunity to pounce. Lots of damage getting dealt
Yeah, I think Zero accidentally hit a blaster shot in that combo. I think he was trying to use the vortex, but at least he hit something.
Oh. JSK had so much damage go his way, but it just wasn't enough to win him in that fight. Down 5 frags, 2 minutes and change. It's doable on Blood Covenant, but it's certainly a very tall order.
Yeah, this is one of the hardest maps I would say to come back on. Right, it's so big, so many crazy places you can go hide. This map is huge, right, compared to Aerowalk.
Good string of damage from both players. The health bubbles, the small health bubbles have just been keeping Zero's momentum up so well. Like every time he jumps up on the bridge, like right there, he just took a fight. He was down pretty badly and just instant 50 HP. And J-Ski's just not had the luxury of those small health bubbles. And to this point, I think we have to start waving goodbye to J-Ski. He's had a good run, 4th place, I do believe.
Yeah, he keeps getting better. So, I mean, he can challenge 3rd. He can challenge. I mean, he's doing it already. But maybe one of these tournaments we'll see him take this game.
Mortar out from both players. Zero just corkscrewing a Devastator rocket. Just for fun, you know. J-Ski making a fight for this mega armor, and he's gonna get it, but the Electro is the only source of damage he has. And it's not gonna be enough. And once again, Zero took so much damage in that fight and already just back up to 100 health. And J-Ski just getting backstabbed. Getting erased, J-Ski. Yep, his time has come. Maybe we'll see one more kill out of him. There we go. NHP, just a Devastator applied directly to the forehead. Wonderful stuff. But it will be Zero who gets to move on to face Kojin, and I don't believe they've met in this bracket. With how Kojin's been playing today, should definitely be a good game to watch nonetheless.
Yeah, I think Zero QL takes it from Kojin in the next matchup.
Game over.
Just too good.
Definitely a possibility. But who knows? We have seen Kojin's just ridiculous level of map knowledge, and it will be a best of 3, so Zero definitely isn't going to just breeze through him. But definitely think it's likely Zero's still going to take it 2-0, but it's still going to have to work for it.
Yeah, absolutely. So as I mentioned, we're going to do the 1,000 DEC giveaway on Theta. That's all been situated, so just pull in the winner here. And here we go. Wook Asik. Congratulations. I hope you play Splinterlands, because we're giving away $1,000, or not $1,000, 1,000 DEC worth of their utility token. So, if you want to claim that, just message me on Discord. Congrats. So I think as we wait for Zero and Kojin to get into it, we're going to show some highlights from this last tournament. I see Zero QL's in the server here, racking up points against a bot named Death. Kojin will probably join quickly. Sometimes he takes a little break here to eat. We had that in a past tournament, but we'll see him here soon.
You need that brain food.
Yeah, Kojin needs that brain food.
G fuel.
God, that mortar from Dodge.
So do we have any updates on donations? Let me check out that link.
Yeah, we're now at $4,020. We got a $20 donation from Melancholy Geek about 14 minutes ago.
Awesome. Thank you. That's awesome, Melancholy Geek. That's a lot of money. That's $4,000. And that's all going for a great cause.
Yeah, we definitely blew past our blanking out on the word, but the amount that we reached
That
last
goal.
year. Yeah, we're way
yeah.
past the goal.
Awesome. It was good seeing support out here. But, picks and bans are underway. Warfare and Fuse getting taken out right out of the gate.
Yeah, I'm okay with Fuse getting taken out. I would love to see Downer though.
Yeah, I would like to see Downer as well. And I would like to see Fuse in Warfork in the near future. Earlier, I mentioned that we were testing out some maps from other games, scaled to different sizes. Fuse was one of those maps that we tested out. Fortunately, there's a few game-breaking issues that need to be fixed before we can play that in Warfork.
That's not good. Game-breaking issues are never good.
Yeah. But as soon as those issues are resolved, I think it would be an excellent map for Warfork. Although it might not be fair to let Dodger play if we're going to be including multiple maps that are also in the Xonotic tournaments.
Yeah. So what's going on the In the Keep Twitch right now?
Right now in the Keep Twitch, we are streaming the Z Damon sessions. I believe they're doing Capture the Pigeon.
I see.
Yeah, in the Keep, we're developing a couple games right now in-house. One of those games is Stellar Valkyrie. And Capture the Pigeon is basically capture the flag, but some of the assets in the game have been replaced with characters from our game, Stellar Valkyrie.
That's awesome. So when is that game? You guys think it's going to be ready?
We don't really have a projected launch date yet, but stay tuned and we'll definitely let you know.
That's awesome. I'm excited for that. Capture the Pigeon looks pretty interesting. This game is cool. It looks like it's Doom 2 Hell on Earth.
Yeah, exactly. Z Damon is a really, really excellent Doom 2 port that has really, really good multiplayer matchmaking. I'm sorry, not matchmaking,
Wow.
but multiplayer networking.
Mm-hmm. So when was Doom 2, the original Doom 2, released?
Ooh, that's a good question. I want to say 98, 99?
Yeah.
Not.
I'm hearing Motherload right now on the stream.
Yeah, exactly. If Motherlow was here, he would tell you. And looks like the players are just about readied up, so I'm going to switch over and watch the players warm up instead. We've now gone through these highlights a couple times.
Awesome.
The maps have been picked. However, I only know what the first two are. We're going to be seeing Blood Covenant, and then Stormkeep. Silent Siege has been banned, so it's either Aerowalk. Wait, no. Yeah, either Aerowalk or... There's a map I'm forgetting. Either
We're
way.
hearing Champ say go, so the players will be starting pretty soon.
No matter what the third map will be, if we need it, we'll see it. Kojin just needs a minute.
Yeah, I think Zero Crow will take this map. What did you mention the next map was going to be?
After this, it will be Stormkeep.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say Zero Kill takes both of them, honestly. Just what I'm thinking.
I don't actually know if I've seen Kojin play Blood Covenant, so this will be interesting to see how his map knowledge holds up against Zeros here.
Yeah, I bet he knows it pretty well too, because I know this is a map they used to duel a lot on, and that was back when Kojin was Dodger. He was unbeatable. I've heard the stories, but it's Dodger's day now, so we'll see which one of them gets to face off against him.
No, neither player's readied up. Okay.
Prepare to fight.
There we go. Kojin has said we can start. So we'll be off. Once again, this is a best of 3 losers finals.
1. Fight.
Winner gets to face Dodger in Grands. And kind of an interesting spawn for Kojin. Does see 0 immediately when it can't exactly do anything about it. However, he does have the Devastator, so he can do something about this Vortex that 0 just picked up. A little bit of damage. But it doesn't have the armor that 0 has accumulated so far. And the major items, excuse me, the major items are actually decently out of sync. So if Kojin gets caught out of position too badly, 0 could definitely just get in a position to take both of them, but it won't be the case. Gonna be 1-to-1, just trading off their major items. And both of them playing so sneaky, but it's 0 that gets caught off guard, locked in the corner. Devastator not landing for Kojin. And, conversely, 0 is getting a good bit of damage, but the Vortex, that's what's going to really pin it.
Yeah, Kojin just snuck up on him, but 0, he just hit him with more damage. I don't think Kojin really hit a shot besides the first.
Kojin faking out a blaster jump. With Vortex, 0 just getting some return damage. Kojin.
Ooh, good shot there by 0. Another, oh my gosh. That was unbelievable.
Kojin has to have the darkness of his life, and it's just not going to happen.
That rocket just speeding after you.
Good bit of damage for Kojin, but that Vortex is just going to make this an easy kill for 0.
Yeah, and he grabs the Mega Arm or Mega Health right after that. That's huge. So, in a big time position here, Kojin was able to grab some armor, which is big time, but takes a lot of damage from 0.
0 for that midair. Almost forcing Kojin to. Oh no!
It was a good little play there. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! That's crazy. He timed that so well.
Beautiful patience from 0, making absolutely certain he did not whiff that Vortex shot.
Yeah, and you see how long that hallway is. It's 3.8 Devastator seconds. So, if that's how you measure your units of time, you're all set.
Huh. Good flyby in the Devastator, but re-aggressing Kojin, you're in the corner, buddy. Well, now you're in lower pillars, but you're going down either way. Only about 70-ish stack for 0, but regen's kicking in. Items are up around him. He's actually leaving them up just in case Kojin goes for something offensive. Or aggressive, excuse me. Doesn't happen. Instead, he's going to be the one who gets the drop. Devastator doesn't finish that kill. Mortar.
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
Those were some crazy shots by both players. Kojin hit a crazy rail. Even though he got off card, it was 0 QL that time, sneaking up on Kojin.
Impressive.
Point blank Vortex shot. Not the best idea, but I don't think that decision is what caused him to lose the fight. Kojin taking his first kill of the game. 6.5 minutes to go, so it's definitely time for Kojin to be reeling this one in. But
he's doing that.
A bit of damage, but he's much less aggressive than how we've seen him play today. And 0 seems to be keen in on this. Is going to suffocate him, and yep, down he goes. Kojin just hopping on the heavy armor and spawning right next to his corpse. 0 flying back in, taking the armor, and he's gone. Now it's a race to the Mega, and Kojin messes up his movement, and 0 just going to pin him to the wall. No Mega health for you, sir. Just disrespecting him.
Yeah.
God.
Come on.
Damn.
Come on, 0.
Tell us how you really feel, man. Launching himself up. Sees Kojin leaving. Almost curves that Devastator rocket. It's right around the bend. It doesn't happen. Excuse me. Kojin is seen again, but 0 dumping the Devastator into the wall.
Wow.
Ooh, great.
Beautiful movement. Zero just minimizing any amount of time for Kojin to get damage in. And
Oh,
good prediction. Good use of the Electro here from Kojin. Does steal away the Mega Armor and put Zero QL 1 foot in the grave. 20 HP on him. But it's the Mega. Kojin left with 1. Not a single pixel in his health bar. There we go. Regen finally starting to kick in, but Vortex shot to the forehead.
oh my gosh. It's
Not onto the
unbelievable.
ribs. 10 frags on 10 frags in 4.5 minutes. I suppose it's technically possible because it is just barely past the halfway mark, but it's looking like curtains. Zero does lose track of Kojin just due to the sheer altitude that he had, but
He dropped his Devastator.
no, don't do it to him. Okay.
Jeez. Dodge is spamming in the chat.
Go for the bunk. Oh, all right. Kojin steals away the Mega Armor. Ooh, fantastic job of dodging the Devastator as well. Never mind. Got that one right to the knees. It gets taken down. Another direct. Oh. Zero stripping himself of all the armor that he worked for. It's going to give Kojin the opportunity to go pick up the Mega Armor. And just barely has a little bit of a stack advantage. And with that, it's pretty much even. Good prediction with the Devastator.
I thought Zero Kill hit his shot. That shot would have been crazy.
For sure. Major item in the hands of Kojin, and you wouldn't even be able to tell. Already sitting on a Devastator rocket. Kojin not getting too much damage out of his own. Good use of the blaster to steal that away, but he just doesn't have the weaponry to pick Zero out of the air. Actually, well, yeah, the shotgun. I'm not certain how much damage it would have done at that range. I just didn't feel comfortable with it either way.
Perfect.
There we go. Good. Nice 2 clean Devastator rockets. Nope. As I said before, I think the window of time for this comeback to be possible has long since passed. You can get. That was a good fake out of the blaster jump just to get any kind of movement out of Zero. Let's get another kill for it. And I think Kojin at this point just simply trying to get a beat on Zero's playstyle. Good mortar from Zero.
Wow.
Wonderful defensive Devastators. There we go. Kojin actually? Okay. Maybe for a moment he had suspected that the armor was gone, but he gets it. Kojin so desperately just wants another kill out of this, but
he's just chasing.
not happening. Zero is gonna be picking up the Mega. He's gonna be leaving. Kojin can't get a kill if Zero just isn't there to be killed. Oh, now's the time for aggression though. Mega Armor in hand. Vortex shot landed. Zero can just kind of do whatever he wants. There we go, Kojin. Getting some movement practicing. That would have been a very cool shot from Zero to land, but that's not going to be what does it. Fif 15 seconds remaining. And Zero's first map win of the series will be cemented.
Yeah, this one went pretty heavily in Zero's favor. I think Stormkeep may be a little bit more balanced, right? Because it's a map they're both pretty familiar on. But I mean, Zero QL's really stepped it up these last couple of weeks. He's looking like a different player than he was when we started these tournaments.
For sure, even taking Dodger to a very close game earlier, which we didn't get to catch on stream. But I think it was a frag difference of like 1 or 2. So
and just like that, we're in.
See if he can kind of find the extent of his new skills. He does have to first get through Kojin on this map, who has been quite a nuisance to everyone he's faced up to this point, with the exception of Dodger, but even that had a bit of a grace period, I'm pretty sure. So, see if Kojin can kind of find his footing.
2, 1.
And maybe take this map. Oh,
Yes,
and already he almost fell in the lava. Just beat Zero to the Devastator. So it was a very impactful weapon to have, and that Electro doing so much.
You have taken the lead.
Also stealing away the Vortex. Zero not getting that
Oh,
Devastator. Eating that
big
shot right
shot.
to the back of the leg.
Yeah, he was right behind Zero. Zero didn't notice. If Zero would have turned around, he was almost, definitely dead. But Kojin turns it into another quick kill. He's got some stack this time to work with. He doesn't know Zero QL is right there. Gonna try to grab this armor, and he does so. Gonna try to get a snipe on Zero QL. Wow, what a shot. And he didn't pick up the armor, or the health. That's crazy.
That Vortex shot just barely rerouting Zero's movement around it instead of through it. But
Yeah. So we've got a game. So it's Kojin up to a quick 3-kill lead. Zero QL still probably, I expect him to come back here, but
Kojin
not
was-
entirely sure.
Kojin had no idea where Zero was, and so much damage as a result of it. Does get that kill, but he's on 11 HP. And Zero knows the position he has him in. The weak Vortex, just barely not finishing it off, but Zero's not there for the Mega, so map control's still split. It's on Kojin to be picking up weapons. Let's get cut out just a bit, and Zero is actually very good movement, but the Devastator in the hands of Kojin not going to be enough.
Yeah. Just bum rushed him.
No. Things have slowed down a little bit, but Kojin is looking to pounce for this. He has the timing, he has the armor. But Zero that's getting these Devastator shots. So Kojin not going to be able to be getting that kill there.
You are tied for the lead.
Kojin may have fallen, but he did
it's
get
a
the
tie
bonk.
game now. Just like that. Players were just trading curved rockets around the warp zone there.
Yeah, I don't have the brain power to tell you how they have that kind of knowledge on each other's position, but Zero's going to win out on that duel.
It's crazy. They were both. They couldn't even see each other. They both knew where they were. They were both curving the rockets. Zero QL takes a 5-4 lead. He's got a crazy stack here, almost 300, 350 almost to work with.
Good awareness from Zero. Unfortunately, that Devastator rocket was just a little bit too late. Good Vortex shot, though.
Oh my
Kojin's
gosh.
the one with the Mega Armor. And
Oh.
Zero's one from the grave.
That was crazy. That was an awesome shot.
Kojin is not happy about that, it would seem.
What? Yeah. But his chat messages suggest he has some respect for it. He's not just angry about it.
Plenty of time for Kojin to get back into this. A little bit of damage on that mortar. Nothing too drastic. On the other hand, that Vortex. Kojin now has to just completely change his entire game plan. Does land his own shot. But not nearly enough to prevent the pickup of that Mega Health. A whiffed Vortex from Zero will give Kojin the window of opportunity to leave. And not entirely sure what that Devastator exploded on, but
Yeah, me too. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you'll think it's right on him and it won't be.
Good awareness
Great
from both
Electro.
players. The defensive shots on the Electro from Kojin. Definitely just keeping Zero at bay. Does get spotted. Zero not getting anything out of the Devastator. On the other hand, that Devastator, quite
Yeah,
drastic,
good
pops
shots.
Kojin up.
Oh, good Electro, too.
Zero going for the wackiest Devastator rocket I've ever seen, if that had been connected.
He's been doing a couple, like, just random 360s.
There we go. Finally, this is the time in which Kojin can start getting back into this. He has mega health. Oh,
wow.
beautiful curve on the Devastator rocket. It's his 5th kill of the game, still down by 3, but definitely in a much better position to do something with it.
Yeah,
There's
Zero
so
got
much-
the mega armor spawn, which is huge.
There's so much
5 minutes.
time between the items that Kojin can just make sure that all of his bases are covered. Does step in the drink for just a moment there, but not gonna be enough to drop that kill, and also does let him pick up the mega health. Good electro shot. He needs to finish this before he goes and plays for the armor. There we go. There it is.
Impressive.
And now we can actually see him start to force these spawns out like we saw him do against Strena.
You are tied for the
There
lead.
we go. Just goes straight back through the teleporter. Zero. Caught in a rough position. The Electro does keep him at bay, but he just eats that point-blank Devastator shot and just decides to keep going. Kojin does not force that spawn that we know that he loves so
Wow.
much, but the Electro cleaning up. His 10th frag of the game. The Electro from Zero as well. That LG beam doing so much. Kojin trying so desperately to curve that Devastator rocket doesn't happen. The Electro not quite getting it just yet. Devastator.
Does some delayed damage.
Yes, sir. And he knows Zero is killable. A Devastator rocket. He's happy with that amount of damage.
Wow. Good prediction there.
Zero is... I'm not certain if Zero actually knows when any of these items are going to be up, and it's so unfortunate because there's just so much time for Kojin to like pick up an item and just go roaming. He's going to know when the Mega Armor is up now, so Zero has that to work with. This is a questionable push at the very best. And, well, he hasn't actually eaten any damage for it yet, and that good Devastator rocket could potentially open up an opportunity for him, but...
Yeah.
Mega Health
He had
gets
some
picked
crazy
up.
dodges there in that mix. Just staying close to the wall, making sure he wasn't getting touched.
Indeed.
He's been able to kind of work up his stack here, getting pretty close to Kojin. Kojin still has, control of the major items, but Zero QL with shots like that, just pushing Kojin away.
We've seen
but
Kojin
Kojin
fake
gets a
these
lot of-
blaster jumps a lot, and Zero keeps falling for them.
Yeah, he does. He did it a lot on Warfare. I remember that. There's a elevator that he kept faking out his opponents on. It's actually Warfare is a map that Kojin is crazy good at.
Zero definitely as well does not have the slightest clue when the Mega Health is going to be up, because he was left all alone with it. He'd forced Kojin out of there and just did not even check it. This game isn't over though. Like one slip up on Kojin's part, and this is very easily Zero's map, because he has been doing a good job of at least being present for the pickup on the Mega Armors. He knows when those are up. You can see it, like he knows Kojin's going to be coming through that portal.
Yeah, good shots by Zero. Oh my gosh, another one. So now Zero has a little bit of an advantage. Hits him in the back. Kojin's going to be running away, runs mid-map.
Oh no.
And Zero QL with the LG is going to come after him, hits the Electro to buy some time. But Zero QL still has a big-time stack advantage.
I'm starting to see Kojin fall apart a little bit. Like him not being present in the slightest for that armor has given Zero probably the best shot he has of just swinging this map back and like decisively into his favor. He's
Yeah,
still
so
down by
Zero's-
2.
It's just saying he's kind of gaining slight stack advantage every second, right? Making sure he's in positioning, regaining. You mentioned he was off timing. He needed that timing back if he wanted to compete, so he's gotten it back, and now we can go in for the damage, which he's doing. This is crazy. 1 minute left.
Two kills separating our players. And Kojin's giving off lots of sound cues to land the defensive vortex.
Yeah, I mean, Zero's got to get a kill here soon. Like, it's, we got 50 seconds left, and, he had him low, because Zero had him crazy low when he's still at almost 300 health. So he's coming at him here. Can Kojin do anything about it? He can't. Zero gets one. Can he get the second? He needs to. He needs to grab the mega health as well. He does that. 25 seconds left in this map. Kojin just running around, but Zero has got all the resources. He needs to find him. He does. Kojin with a defensive vortex. Hits a devastator. He's got to go fast. There's 15 seconds left. He doesn't know where Kojin is. Oh my gosh. He does not need these sports tokens, unfortunately. He needs a kill. 8 seconds left. Oh my gosh.
I think the time has run out, Kojin. Yep. I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, Kojin's up in the vents, isn't he?
Yeah. Yes, he is.
That was awesome. That was so awesome. That's what we love to see. Crazy close matchups like that. Zero just took a tiny bit too much time, right? We saw him go for those shard tokens right around the mega health. I don't think that was worth it. I think that's what cost him the game there. He needed a kill. That's what he needed. So we're moving on to map 3. Do we know what that is? It looks like it's Arrow Walk. How awesome.
Oh, boy. This is going to get bloody.
Can we get some predictions?
Probably 0.
Yeah, what do you think score-wise?
Like 40-30. I don't know.
Gelmo?
It's going to be up there. That's for sure.
I'm going to have to agree. I'm also betting on 0 QL for this one. I don't know about 40-30, but definitely a high scoreline. I agree.
Okay.
You're 20
Yeah,
for
okay.
both players.
I think Zero's going to take it as well. So we'll see.
Yeah,
I was thinking
Kojin-
like 20 to 18. That's all I had.
Kojin might be the more senior Xonotic player, but 0 QL undoubtedly has more experience playing on Arrowwalk, just from other games that feature map.
It's interesting. Everyone, Champ's saying, yeah, I agree with Champ. It's a 50-50. I was thinking, I wasn't even in the game. So we're still in warm-ups. Halo Lang saying Champ wins this. Champ already lost. Champ hasn't been on his game. I don't know what's been going on. It's all good though. He'll get back on it. He's a dominant player.
Yeah, Champ
in Xonotic
was on unusual internet today.
Yeah, he did.
I believe he was playing over Wi-Fi. I think he might not be at his usual location.
Oh, so okay. I was confused. Like, don't you always play on Wi-Fi? But I think he meant Ethernet. He's normally on. Yeah, I don't know.
We were ready. I think
this is, to me, it's like an absolute 50-50. So.
Just waiting on them to ready up. Just as a reminder, winner of this map will be facing Dodger in grand finals, which is a best of 5. I do not remember if Dodger.
I think generally we do them as best of 1, just for so much excitement, right? It's one map versus Dodger. Can you win? That's typically what the players have chosen. So it makes it exciting, right? No one's gonna beat Dodger in 5 maps, right? But if you get a good start, right? If you play it well, you have a chance. You really do. Zero QL, we've seen him play Dodger close. Dodger has still not lost. Yes, that is true. But we've seen some closer finals with a best of 1 format. So I think that's where we're going with it. I think the players love it, honestly. It's just, a crazy, exciting game to final. And we're jumping into this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tied for the lead.
Putting on 0 does get that armor spawn. Quick access to the Devastator as well as the Electro. Good damage from Kojin. 0 not entirely comfortable with all the resources that he's collected so far. Lots of respect on both sides. And you can tell this because, well, we're a majority of the item cycle in, and no one is shooting anything. There we go. Legend showing himself through a moment there, and they're just going to stick to their items. Zero on the armor, Kojin on the health. And Zero very aggressive, but not getting a whole lot of damage. Devastator finally does ring out.
Yeah, Kojin's on like 1 health. Kojin literally does not have health. He was on 1 health. That was unbelievable. Oh my gosh, he just needs like 1 blaster shot.
The mortar not doing anything for him.
Crazy.
Bouncing them off of every surface that he can see.
Kojin with a big time evade there to keep his life and move forward. He grabs the mega health as well, so he's in good positioning. Zero grabbed the mega armor, so it's about tied on the stack forefront. Good shot there by Kojin with the vortex.
Zero did not look happy that Kojin got in that devastator shot. Sneaky play from Kojin. I'm thinking
a lot of teleporter action.
Just a few frames. Zero could see Kojin flying around, but major items are up. Kojin, that's it, but it just eats so much damage off of that devastator. So Zero's gonna back up onto that armor.
Yeah, Zero's been maintaining the advantage, but he hasn't closed it out with a kill yet. He probably needs to do so soon, just in case, timing gets messed up on his part for the items, because Kojin's staying in this one.
You have taken the lead. First blood.
Yep. Close range vortex gonna be closing out the first kill, and Kojin, after not getting hit by the vortex immediately off a spawn, dumps a devastator rocket into his feet.
I'm kind of
all is well.
surprised we went an entire 2 minutes without a frag.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll see that a lot in the really important games where it's winner moves on to the finals. Oh wow, good kill by Zero QL.
Impressive.
And gives him a little massage with the vortex to start off his new life. I don't know how pleasant vortex massages are.
Probably not very, and I would imagine against real people you only get one.
Yeah, vortex massage.
Here we go. The train has left the station. Let's see how long it can keep going. 5 kills back to back to back to back for Kojin. Zero only able to get the 1 off of his. Looking a little rough. He just needs to do something to slow down Kojin. Not having any say in what happens to the mega health. That's not
great shots here. Oh my gosh.
Kojin's really good at knowing when his rocket can't make it in time and he needs to wait and only take the vortex shot on a spawn kill or spawn shot.
Yeah, I think playing kind of with a limited amount of mobility on his mouse and stuff, it teaches him when he actually needs to commit to certain things. Right? Sometimes he just can't get there. Can't get there with the Devastator.
Yeah, I didn't consider that. That's a great point.
Because you'll see that sometimes people who lose certain senses, their other senses go crazy, right? That's kind of how I think about it. If he doesn't have the ability to, use his mouse all the way, right? He's going to learn how to be most efficient. So 9-2 here for Kojin. We all picked 0QL. Champ said 50-50. Dodgers said a bunch of emojis, and now it's 9-3.
Well, now it's Zero's turn to conduct the train, perhaps. Brought it up back 9-4. Fumbling this one a little bit, though. Kojin does leave the vicinity relatively unscathed. Doesn't have any armor to work with, but whoops.
Kojin team killed himself. Zero coming out hot with the LG, with the Devastator, and then the mortar to finish it off. He's gonna go for the spawn kill. Doesn't hit it. Misses up top.
No idea what hit him.
Yeah.
0QL adamantly refusing to use hit scan at that range. And well, Kojin will be
Kojin.
Zero.
Kojin shot out Zero's Devastator there. He would have taken him out.
4 HP after that bonk. It almost happened. Kojin still wants it.
Wow.
Oh my god. And the
It's
mortar.
crazy.
suddenly we're almost tied up, 7-8, 4.5 minutes left in this.
Yeah, Zero Coil super low. It's going to be a fight over that Mega Armor, which spawns in 1.
Carpeted
Zero Coil's going to
nades.
win it before it even starts. Goes for the spawn. Going to grab the armor here just to be safe. Zero Coil's, or Kojin's coming in though. Wow.
Zero really needs to be careful because in a comeback like that, you have all those frags to make up, and when it finally happens, sometimes you get caught up in like, all right, what now? I need to make sure I don't let all that work go to waste, and he just needs to make sure that he keeps up the speed, and here we go. Lead taken. Not a whole lot of stack to work with, but that heavy armor is up shortly. There it is. Kojin not getting too much out of that opening. Devastator as well. Vortex shot to the knee.
Ooh.
Beautiful defensive rocket.
Yeah, Kojin
Zero.
coming back strong here.
Impressive.
I don't even know how Zero knew to aim the Vortex there, but it lands. Does go down, but Kojin is very weak, and yep, spawning on the Devastator is going to be able to clean that back up. Almost gets the spawn as well. Kojin up on the high ground, just going to catch that Devastator to the back. And now he's caught in the spawn trap.
Excellent.
Doesn't happen again, but he does eat the Vortex. Does not go down to the Devastator.
Wow, that was like some good movement by Kojin to evade all those shots. And hit a shot of his own. He grabs Mega Health too.
Mega's
Wow.
up.
Yeah, big time play there by Kojin.
Impressive.
Zero almost getting the shotgun kill off a spawn. Not going to happen. Kojin only trailing by 2 can definitely make up all this lost ground, especially with 3 minutes left on Arrow Walk. Just needs to make sure that he doesn't.
Oh, dang.
Nice.
On the laptop too. You saw his movement kind of hitched a little bit. He probably had to move like
We're tied for the
a couple
lead.
wires out of the
Zero's
way.
blown himself up. It's tied up. The spawn trap. The Devastator rocket.
Oh. Jeez.
The
Zero
mortar not
Coil
landing
getting-
for Coach. Both players are killable, but it's going to be Zero that lands the Vortex shot. 90 HP left on him. No armor to speak of on either player. Kojin looking for some more of that electro play that he's snap, but his movement doesn't do him any favors, and he just gets pinned up against the wall.
Grabs Mega Armor. That's big. He needs to close. So still 2 minutes left. So there's a lot of time in this.
Kojin actually has the stack advantage going into this, but he just gets popped up. The Vortex shot's not landing for Zero. There they go.
Yeah, Zirku had a great shot there up above. He just snuck in some damage.
Kojin was so weak, but Zero, the Devastator rocket just not landing.
Oh,
That Vortex on the other hand, that
he hit both.
he lit the health bubbles for Kojin, though he's already back up on the stack. That item's not up for a while. Zero just forced to shoot these Devastator shots or die, and he gets popped up.
And he
Heck, down the
walks
side.
away with that armor too. Unbelievable and mega.
That's the killer. That's the final nail in the coffin. Kojin needs to make a massive blunder for Zero to get back into this. Zero not getting any of the items off of the back of that item cycle.
Yeah, he hit that good little shot again, just hopping down a level and sneaks the Devastator rocket in. You know, you can't even see him shoot it, but he does so.
Oh, and that Zero. I think that was some self-damage on the door frame. Kojin, though, just sitting on these rockets. He knew Zero was close. The massive blunder has shown its face, and Zero even getting the mega.
Oh, wow. Big play by Zero. This is close. Zero could come back here. He's got a huge stack advantage. 1 minute to go. Doesn't want to take that shot, which he just took in the side from
Traded Vortex.
Kojin.
Zero, though, opted for a blaster jump. That does remove all of the armor that he had. It wasn't much. But, anything he can get in the situation. The defensive Devastator shots, Zero. There's still another item cycle left before the game is over, and letting... This is difficult.
Dang. Kojin's not letting him get any shots in.
Zero, though, with that armor pickup, had the stack advantage. Trading that, definitely not what he wanted. Kojin is definitely killable. Zero. He's just hard chasing this, though. The Vortex shot not landing. He needs to go for a cutoff.
Oh my god. Great plays by Kojin. Kojin's on the opposite side of the map at every second.
Zero missing that jump out of the teleporter. Oh, the damage!
Oh!
No!
No. Wait.
Wait.
Unbelievable.
I'm so confused. I think he fragged himself.
Oh, no.
Dang, I think
I have to watch that back on the
I have
stream.
no clue what happened there.
Zero, I think... Oh, my God. I think Kojin had a mortar set out, and it just didn't detonate by the time I think it went off after he went down.
Dang.
Oh my!
That is crazy.
By the
That's
skin of
nuts.
his teeth.
So did
Kojin-
Zero QL kill Kojin with the shot and kill himself?
No, Zero. Kojin fired a mortar. Zero killed Kojin, and then Kojin's mortar finished off Zero.
Oh, okay. That makes
was
sense.
close. Oh, Champ saying Zero did kill himself.
Well, now he's saying or, so.
Kojin calling him a noob.
That's awesome.
Dodger asking if it'll be a best of 5 or not. Champ asking for a best of 1 or 3.
If I was coaching, I would take the best of 1 every time. Dodger's giving him the choice.
Just to get it over with.
Well, no, I think he wants the best chance of winning, right?
Fair enough.
Your best chance of winning is winning 1 game. I mean, nobody has beaten Dodger 1 time, right? So, like, beating him once, it's possible. Beating him 3 times, like, come on.
Just keep your HP above 0 and reduce his health to 0, and then rinse and repeat. Easy.
So coach is putting the pressure back on Dodger to pick. We'll see what the king says. And while we're at it, you know, today we're raising money for Child's Play charity. What an unbelievable charity they are. They supply gaming equipment to hospitals who need it for kids to pass the time when they're not feeling so well. I think we're almost at, you know, 4,100. I think we're at $4,020, which is crazy. And you know, if you can donate, that'd be awesome. So yeah.
Good stuff the Pigeon Classic is doing. Yep. Players have decided they will do a best of 1. What map? Not certain yet. They might just band down until 1 is left.
And while we wait for them to choose those maps, we're going to take a look at some more movement runs, and we'll be back in a couple minutes.
See ya.
Welcome back, guys, to the grand finals of Xonotic Duel Cup 11 here at the Pigeon Classic.
Yeah, it looks like we're just waiting for players to finish warm up, and then we'll hop into the best of one grand finals.
Prepare to fight.
And just as a quick refresher, will be a best of one because it is very late for European-based players. And it will be on Aerowalk, which I'm certain will go well. And Dodger already having, I think, every significant armor pickup on the map. And Coaching, so far, doing a good job of defending himself.
Definitely.
Still above 100 health. Catches that Devastator shot, though. Doing a good job of returning damage on these Vortex shots, however. They just keep coming. Dodger looking killable, but is going to port out of there. Kojin almost had the
Did he
tracker
just
on
grab that Vortex too?
Probably, yeah. I do believe that is up there on the bridge. And Dodger doesn't quite get the spawn traps. And, does get loads of damage on Kojin.
Wow.
Good mortars.
Oh.
Going with the blaster shot in the middle of that chain. Okay, buddy. Dodger's here to have fun, but Kojin almost puts a stop to that.
Yeah, Dodger, he's not looking like unbeatable right now. He's missed a couple shots. His movement is like fast, but he's not looking in crazy control as he usually does.
That best of one may not have been a good choice for him.
We do.
Well, I mean, he's still up by 3, so.
Yeah, we do say these things up here in the booth, but oh my God!
Excellent.
Everyone else uses the Devastator. Dodger's like, the mortar works just as well. The Vortex shots just keep coming. Kajin, not looking good.
Oh, Kajin misread that. And Dodger's going to try for the spawn frag. Misses the Vortex, hits a mortar. He's going to hop down to the lower level right into the teleporter. Going to get met with a Devastator to the face. Needs one more shot and hits it with the mortar. And that's a 7-kill lead.
This has definitely got to be a testament. Oh, well, he does ring out with his first kill. Does not get the spawn traps that he was looking for. Also does not have an Electro. There we go. Does pick that up, but Dodger can just kind of levitate him with the Devastator through the platform. 3 HP, all the armor in the world isn't going to do you anything. These health levels need to get up. Kojin just begging and pleading. There they are. Kojin finally a respectable stack. Mega's also up in a few seconds as well. This could be an opportunity for Kojin to really drive a wedge into Dodger's momentum. Dodger's still on the back foot, but is doing a wonderful job to get just any amount of damage onto Kojin. And Kojin now the one on the back foot. All of his armor's gone. His health is depleting and not able to get out of there in time. Dodger gonna put him down for kill number 8. Does not get the kill off a spawn. Does get a good bit of damage though. Kojin just got away with murder that timing. Dodger not even having the time to react before Kojin just backpedals through the teleporter. Seems like Dodger's Devastator's cooled off a bit since we last saw him. And that Vortex shot actually not landing. That would have killed for sure. Dodger's aim currently... There we go. Does tidy up that kill, but a little sloppy compared to what we've seen of him. Only 34 HP. Good pounce from Kojin. Could definitely just get another kill on the board if nothing else. But all that damage at once from Dodger. Tries to line up a very slim angle. Doesn't happen, but all this damage. It has been non-stop action, and Dodger's regen is kicking in, which, as far as I can tell, only kicks in if you haven't taken damage for a certain amount of time. So Dodger's dodging as... Well, he's living up to his name.
Yeah, Kojin had an opportunity there. Dodger was within one shot, and he's still pretty close. So he needs a frag here if he wants to take momentum and start.
Kojin was so certain that Dodger had dropped, and I'm not entirely sure why. That small armor is up. Oh, that would have been so nice for Kojin to have, but Dodger's not going to let it happen. And,
Wow, great thinking from Kojin there with that delay.
Impressive.
Good work at the Vortex.
Uncharacteristic. We saw 3 times this match already where Dodger has gotten the correct spawn prediction but did not get the frag.
Perfect.
He's doing pirouettes firing these mortars. Vortex to finish. I think Kojin was hoping for a telefrag war like they were having in the warm-up during the downtime on stream.
Oh, beautiful combo.
Impressive.
Dodger just landed a shot that did 0 damage. I don't know how those mathematics work out, especially considering Kojin is now dead.
Excellent.
And a little bit of peace and quiet, and down it goes. Kojin actually doing work with these mortars, and even picking up that mega without taking a whole lot of damage. The armor as well. Dodger getting denied a lot of resources and sits on that Devastator shot. So Kojin potentially could have set up a sequence of spawn kills. Doesn't quite happen. Just hopes that Dodger comes back through that teleporter, fakes the blaster jump, and gets caught out during the real one.
Impressive.
It's really interesting faking the blaster jump.
Just walking around the map. I thought Dodger was going to use that blaster jump to leave, but no, he's just going to use it to force Kojin through the teleporter, and it does eventually happen. Kojin still does... Huh. Dodger is just dancing his Devastator shots now. Like, we've long since passed the point of optimal play. Dodger's just having fun. He's here to collect his Xonotic paycheck, if you will.
Impressive.
Kojin always is doing the slow peaks on walls, and it just never seems to work out for him.
Dodger, 10 HP, there we go. A 3rd kill from Kojin. And, ooh, there we go. Just chain it into a 4th. It is error walk, but I don't think Dodger's going to allow Kojin to get 15 frags in 2 minutes. That seems a little ridiculous. But unsurprisingly, Dodger will be champion of Xonotic Duel Cup 11. Still a very, very strong showing from Kojin to get to this point. Such a very close series with 0 leading up to this. Oh no. Kojin had the positioning, he had the items, but Dodger has the LG accuracy. Go for the bonk. Let him get it, Dodger. Show some humanity. He's not gonna do that.
Wow. That sound cue. Really good play by Dodger.
There's so much you could talk about on what Dodger does right that it's hard to like pick one. Like sure, knowing to look at that spawn, like yeah, sure that's luck. Just knowing that that's a spawn, you still have like the RNG still has to go right for you, but just the timing to literally not even give Kojin a chance to move so consistently. Look at that. Kojin is not consenting to anything that is happening. Like, there's no decision making. He's just suffocated the frame that he's alive. And, one more for the road. Does not happen. But yeah, 29-6. Dodger will be taking Xonotic Duel Cup 11.
Yeah, it looks like
classic.
He did most of his damage with the Devastator. On that one, only 4 Vortex kills. Is that what it says?
Yeah. For Dodger, only 1 Vortex kill.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to.
Indeed say 1 Vortex kill for Dodger. Uncharacteristic. Yes, because he was hitting a lot of those predictions on the spawns, but was not getting frags with them.
Yeah, it was always consistent damage, and there was never, well, not never, but there was not a whole lot of positions where like using it to finish would have been a good option, like we're used to seeing, like especially in games like QC or Quake Live, where it's like you pop them up with a rocket and then use the rail or the vortex to finish. But like there wasn't a whole lot of that. It was always, it was all like either prediction, like the prediction game, just like spamming corners and hoping they run into it, or it was like very close quarters where you're going to be using the mortar and the Devastator a lot more frequently anyways.
Yeah, certainly. So I think we're here at the bracket. Right, we see how it all played out. JSK had a good showing today, but fell to Kojak. Kojin took out Zero Quell in the losers bracket finals, and then fell to Dodger in the grand finals. So an awesome tournament. Always happy to do Xonotic. These dual cups, they're just so much fun to watch, commentate. So many cool plays we see every single tournament. So yeah, I think that's it for Zen Sports today for the Pigeon Classic. Gelmo, could you fill us in on the rest of the schedule for today for In the Keep?
One moment. Yeah, so right now we have the Doom Map Jam going on Major Arlene's channel. They are doing a marathon and creating and testing new maps.
Whoa.
And I believe that is the last officially scheduled event for tonight. Tomorrow, we're going to have Warfork Duel Tournament starting at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. That'll be on the Zen Sports channels. At 12 p.m. Central, we'll be having an open arena tournament in the Keep channel. And at 1 p.m. Central, we'll be having a chess tournament on the Zen Sports channel.
Yeah, that's awesome. So
yeah, we've been talking about doing chess for a long time. I'm excited.
Yeah, chess will be fun. If you want to play in that, you can still reach out to us. We're just taking as many people as we can. I think we're at about 16 now. So if you want to play in that, feel free to go ahead, either register on the app directly, but make sure you're in contact with me on Discord because to actually organize the tournament, we need to know who you are. But yeah, super excited for tomorrow. I think it's great that we passed 4K in donations today. That's kind of crazy. At 4,050 right now, I think that's unbelievable. That's a big number. So thank you to each and every one of you who has donated. And yeah, I guess we'll see you again tomorrow.
See you then.
So we got a minute left in this one, Dodgers 20-6. And hopefully we see some cool plays as we just did. Oh my gosh.
Man!
Oh my god.
At the end of the day, I'm looking for no reason to change. Cause everything is good for you. Baby, I can see it. We're gonna shine it out.
Triple kill.
Till I see your face through the night. So we can see the inside. We're gonna shine it out to the sky. When I look into your eyes, I can see no better lights.
Triple kill. Mayhem.
That was ridiculous. That was sick. 10-7-0 QL. Rainbow's up top. They're gonna meet here. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Beautiful.
That was such a good play.
And Ziruquel is, I think it's very hard to say who is better because you know that.
What?
Oh goodness, beautiful from Ziruquel.
That was ridiculous.
Baby, I can see it. We're gonna shine it out to the sky. Till I see your face through the night. So we can see the inside. We're gonna shine it out to the sky. When I look into your eyes, I can see no better light.
Triple kill. Tie for leader. Rage. If you want war, let's go. Leaving enemy leaders down on the floor. I take off with the loot, I don't fumble. And I put it on West while I run up the number. I'm cracking over me a pack. Yeah, I'm about to nuke 'em where they at. Yeah, if you play the game, then you get the loot. You claiming it now, it's belonging to you. I'm launching a ballistic missile to destroy territory. Snipers eliminated the enemy leaders, cause it's mandatory. Man, I feel sorry for you if you ain't on my team, cause we always lit. If you trying to get down with some action, then it ain't too late for you to go and enlist. Warsaken.
Sports betting is stuck in the dark ages. Traditional bookmakers come with high betting fees, slow deposits and withdrawals, outdated technologies, and no loyalty or rewards programs for your play. All of this leads to a frustrating and one-sided experience for betting on sports. Thankfully, there's a better way. Introducing Xonotic, a peer-to-peer sports betting marketplace that allows you to create and accept sports bets with anyone else in the world, without the need for a bookmaker. Our marketplace is fully transparent, trustworthy, easy, and fun for betting on sports. In addition, Xonotic uses cryptocurrencies and its own utility token called Sports, which you can use to place bets as well as earn bonuses, rewards, and other perks. Xonotic makes sports betting fun, secure, and more rewarding than ever. What are you waiting for? Download the Xonotic app today at xonosports.com.